Hello there everybody, this is General Snivy and welcome to the last video of Let's Replay Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Today, we're going to be completing the second half of the Master Thief Sprints. Not only that, but I'm also going to be showing off a special reward that we're going to get at the end of all these sprints. And let me tell you something, the reward I have to say is quite worth it, especially at the time of this game's release. And even today, with the HD re-release of the game, it's still worth it in my opinion. I've already explained what the reward is at the end of the last video, so just in case you decide to skip ahead, I'll go ahead and explain what that reward is. When you complete all of the Master Thief sprints and beaten them all, you get a special reward. That reward, the first reward, is a special behind-the-scenes movie behind Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, as commentated by the staff over at Sucker Punch. One more thing I will mention too, you won't hear anything from the staff over at Senzaru Games, due to the fact that they didn't necessarily make the game. They more or less made an HD re-release of this game and just ported it over to the PlayStation 3. That's really the only thing they did. I think the only way you can hear like some sort of developer commentary from Senzaru Games is to complete Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Could be wrong about that. Excuse me. Alright, also forgot to mention, the other reward that you get for completing the Master Thief sprints besides the behind-the-scenes movie is you also get to view all the commercials and commercial bloopers for this game. And yes, I will be showing off the commercials. Why is this exactly? I was able to get away with it within the first Let's Play of the project, and I'm sure I'll be able to get away with it again. If that's not the case, well then the commercials will have to be removed and the video will be re-uploaded. Just saying. It's there. I figured the reason... No, that was not the right words. The reason why I'm going to be showing off the commercials for the game is because, like I said, it's for the game that I'm playing, for one. Two, it's an unlockable feature, so I would consider it still there to show it, no matter what. Even if I am monetizing the video. Hell, I'm monetizing the original Let's Play that also showed off the commercials of the game, and I have no problems with that. And I figured this would be the same. So, yeah, kind of doing this on a whim. So go me, go me. There is one thing I will mention, is that, actually, I'll save that story for later. I'll save it towards the end. Right now, we have Master Thief sprints to tackle, at least in episode 3 and then finally episode 4. Let's start with the difficulty. Well, for one, there aren't very many Master Thief sprints here in episode 3, because a lot of these missions only have the treasure key to go for. So, in this place, there's only 4 Master Thief sprints, I think. And each one, I believe, took less than 10 attempts to complete. I know the first level, the introductory level, that only took me 1 attempt, which I was surprised. And that was the only level in the game that I completed the Master Thief sprints in one go, in 1 attempt. There is one more thing I've forgotten to mention too, The raw recording for all of the Master Thief sprints in the game, it came to about 3.5 hours. And this is just something I'm pulling out of my freaking butt because I can't exactly remember how long the recording actually lasted. But I do know it was over 3 hours. Definitely longer than the last recording session, which was like about roughly 3 hours and 10 minutes. The reason why it took me so long was because of the first episode alone. The first episode, and only like the first 3 levels of the Master Thief sprint took me about 1 hour and 45 minutes. I am not kidding when I'm saying that. So many attempts, so much frustration, it just made my freaking head spin. You know? The other episodes that I went through from episode 2 onward did not take me nearly as long as the first episode did. Really. And after I took care of all the hardest Master Thief sprints in the game, which were like the first 2 or 3 levels in the game, which is odd, but whatever. After I took care of the first 2 levels, each Master Thief sprint did not take me as long, not even close. And episode 2, I can't recall how long that Master Thief sprint was for all the attempts I went through. I'm gonna say roughly maybe 30 to 45 minutes. This one, I would say around the same time frame. If not, maybe around 25 minutes. Oh, and by the way, I was wrong about the first level being the only level I completed this in one attempt. This level 2 also completed in one go. Reason? Because I knew the level fairly well and also knew of a pretty good shortcut from like one of the first few jumps. Really. It was that freaking awesome. So anyways, here's a random discussion. The weather outside right now is cold and the fire is not delightful. And I've got no place to go. I would rather have it snow, but not leave us ice. No, really. It has been nasty here. At least when I'm recording this video, which is again on December the 10th, 2014. And yes, it's been a nasty day. Most of the snow has melted away, but I know more will be on the way because we all know, we know Maine oh too well. Old Man Winter pretty much has set up camp here, and he loves to set up a campfire and sing the campfire song. The CAMPFIRESONG song. Yes, that one. But, anyways, that's that. The weather's nasty, it's raining, and it makes me kind of sad. Are you one of those people who believes that the weather affects your mood and also how you deal with pain if you happen to have anything like arthritis? I'm one of those people. I believe in that kind of stuff, like the nasty weather can have somewhat of a worse effect on your body as opposed to not. So, yeah, do you believe in that kind of stuff? Let me know. And we're about 10 minutes in, and I still got a ways to go before this video comes to a close. And I don't really have much to talk about, except I've heard that today, as of December the 10th, when I'm recording this video, I've learned that the Pirate Bay was recently taken down. And I've also heard that this isn't the first time that the Pirate Bay has been taken down. Excuse me. Apparently, Swedish police have raided the servers of the Pirate Bay or something, and taken down the Pirate Bay along with several other popular torrent sites that host, that basically allows you to illegally get software and other things for free, including movies, music, and even TV shows. Excuse me. How do I feel about this? Well, I quite frankly don't care. I don't use the Pirate Bay like hardly ever. Very rarely have I gotten on the Pirate Bay and actually pirated something. And yes, I do admit I have pirated some things, but not very many things. Really. But, okay. Let's talk about something else. Let's start talking about the difficulty of Episode 4's Master Thief Sprints. Much like Episode 3, there are only 4 Master Thief Sprints to go through. Only 4 levels, so that isn't bad at all. And we can get through these with relatively no issue whatsoever. The first level took me the most attempts out of the entire episode. It took me 23 attempts last time I checked. The reason why it took me so many attempts was because of that one of the monkeys very early on. It just seems like it hits you even if you rush at it like a raging bull. So when you get close to it, you gotta stop temporarily, let it attack you, whack its monkey friend, and then whack it. And that's how you get through that. As for this level, this wasn't too hard. I was just being an idiot in some cases, like jumping in the middle of a freaking spotlight and then getting whacked by a freaking monkey with a sword, you know? Those kinds of stupid things. And like I stated before, your invisibility ability, especially the upgraded variant, is very useful. But like I said before, even with the upgraded variant of the invisibility move, you're moving very, very slowly. And, well, all I can say about it is it's better than not being able to move at all. You know? It's better than that. Overall difficulty of Episode 4, not bad. It's not difficult at all. In fact, once again, as I said before, one of the easier levels and the easiest episodes to complete the Master Thief Sprints for. If I have to range difficulty-wise when it comes to each episode's Master Thief Sprints and put them in order, from easiest to hardest, I would say Episode 3, Episode 4, Episode 2, and then Episode 1. Those are the difficulties when it comes to the Master Thief Sprints. I guess I should go ahead and start talking about the difficulty of finding the clues of each episode. Well, as I stated before, the clues for Episode 4, in my opinion, were the hardest to find. Which is rightfully so, since it is like the last major area that has clues in the game. And the last one at that. Episode 5 doesn't have any clues or vaults whatsoever, so you don't need to worry about those. But, yeah, that's that. And hell, Episode 4 was the only other episode that I've missed clues on, and I've missed it for 2 levels. At least in this playthrough. The last one, I've missed several clues in several episodes. I mean, really, how many clues have I missed in the previous playthrough? Too many to count. So, anyways, yes, I should compare the whole finding clues and unlocking vault ratio here from the previous playthrough to this one. Obviously, the clue to volt ratio was a lot better. I've only missed clues for 3 stages, or 3 levels, as opposed to many back in the first playthrough I've done for YouTube. That's another thing I will mention too. The previous playthrough that I've shown for YouTube, I've only rendered videos in 360p. Why that low of a resolution, I quite frankly don't know. Maybe this is due to the fact that I was still inexperienced with video production, being you know, a content creator and everything. And I didn't know that the whole 360p is practically a no-no, especially by today's standards. Back in my times when I first started, I was able to get away with 360p quality videos, but nowadays you can't even do that. Hell, even 30 FPS videos are being criticized, because YouTube recently rolled out the whole 60 FPS video support. And I have to say, not very many people that I know have capture cards that allow them to record 1080p 60 FPS. I'm one of the very few people who actually have that device. Well, actually no, I can't say that, but I do know that I don't know very many people who own a capture card that can record at 1080p 60 frames per second. There are capture cards out there that allow you to do that, such as the Blackmagic Intensity Pro, I think. I don't remember for sure. But that's an internal capture card. There's also the Avermedia Extreme Cap U3. That was the first capture card released onto the consumer market that also can record at 1080p 60 FPS, but it uses USB 3.0 and it's only made for certain computers. And the more common one that people are going to be using, myself included, is the new Elgato HD60. This capture card, again, allows you to record at 1080p 60 frames per second, which is freaking awesome. And I love this freaking capture card. I love it to death, and I use the ever-loving crud out of it. The only thing is, though, I don't use it for live streaming, because live streaming with the thing is busted. It really doesn't work out very well. Even if you use the capture card through OBS, I find it to lag a lot more often. Hell, I've even experienced this myself when I was watching one of my usual Call of Duty gameplay commentators live stream a game, him being JD from NY206. When he first got the Elgato HD60, I watched him live stream with it, and I couldn't even watch the live stream at all most of the time. It was just a black screen failing to load again and again, and even if the stream did load, it was laggy as hell. I mean, really. And I'm pretty sure he has a pretty dang good connection. Much better than mine, that's for sure. Like, he can live stream at 30 FPS in the constant frame rate without lag. Me, I can only do 25, and that's with lag at some points. But again, not as severe as the first time through. When I first got into live streaming, I'm just saying. That's there. It's there just to say, hey, that's what happened. So all in all, the Elgato HD60 is an excellent capture card. Live streaming with it, it's just simply not recommended at the moment. You're just gonna simply have to wait until until Elgato improves their built-in streaming software, and you also have to wait for OBS to implement some sort of driver update for it.
Excellent, Sly! You've beaten all the Master Thief sprints and unlocked all the designers' commentary. Check out this fascinating behind-the-scenes movie.
How should I describe Sly Cooper?
charismatic,
Suave, debonair,
Cool, slick, fast, stealthy, athletic, he's a daredevil.
Sly Cooper is charming thievery.
We started with the idea that we wanted to do an action game where the primary character was a thief. The choice of a raccoon was a pretty natural fit in terms of, you know, obviously the mask being in place, being, as Dev would say, a creature of the night.
We very early on wanted to make a game that looked and felt like a cartoon, but was one step closer to realism rather than flat and graphic. We started experimenting with different ways we could bring this character to life, cell shading, how to make it feel like a cartoon but still feel like a great 3D game.
We want it to actually look like it was inked and painted, and we want the backgrounds to be, you know, really lush and have a painted look, so it looks like it's a living animated episode that you've been thrown into.
When you look at the game, initially, the first thing that draws you in is the beautiful art style and lush, very, very lush look of the environments. But when you actually play the gameplay itself is lush as well.
The original conception of the Sly character was a much more realistic raccoon, chubby and not quite as lithe as the character is now, and it kind of evolved as we went along.
Once we got to that part where he kind of evolved into what he is now, my main job was to take him and try to put every bit of thiefiness into him that I could. He was kind of tiptoeing, and he's really like rearing back to like ease his foot forward, trying to keep all his weight back so his foot falls softly on the ground, and really try to hone his personality through subtleties in the movement and really try to push the thiefiness.
As we wanted Sly to feel really agile, we wanted him to feel like Sly could do the most amazing physical feats. You want to let the player of the game feel like they're a thief. Not like a real thief, like you wish thieves were.
Sly Cooper's story is really cool. He comes from a long line of super raccoon thieves. And the source of their kind of thieving greatness is this book called the Thievius Raccoonus. It's this incredibly valuable heirloom that is stolen from Sly's family when he's very young.
He has come of age, and now he feels it's his noble duty to take back the Thievius Raccoonus.
Sly has two buddies, Bentley and Murray.
Bentley provides a lot of the plans for their missions. He does a lot of things that are very important for Sly to complete his missions. Murray has a huge case of Sly envy. He wants to be Sly in the worst possible way, and he has absolutely none of the capabilities to do it.
A hero's only as good as his villains. We wanted to create villains, you know, making them dangerous, making them menacing, making them goofy. Just giving them as much personality as Sly Cooper.
It's a super high bar being in the action-adventure category. I mean, all of the greatest games, the best games that are out there are all action-adventures.
The genre is such that you have to really excel in every single phase of the game. Going from saying Sly should be sneaky to actually having him feel sneaky in the game is hard. You have to start and you have to get the animation right, then you have to figure out how the engine's going to play the animation and how it gets affected by where he is and what he's doing and how the player can feel in control at the same time.
People are doing shoot-'em-ups and things with, you know, big weapons and things like that, and this is all about character, so you can get the feeling of, you know, I am Sly and I'm sneaking around. Anytime we can exploit anything in the environment, build it in a way that, you know, as Sly's running over, it might seem more stealthy. We completely exploit that.
And our golden rule is whatever is thiefier wins.
If you want to make a game that looks different, the PS2 gives you the opportunity to do that.
As a programmer, it has a ton of tools for solving all sorts of different types of technical problems.
A big focus for us has been in getting our tool set to the point where the artists were really unconstrained.
Artists will come to us with, they want the game to look this way, or boy, can we have a line around all the characters, the cell shading that we do, or how can we do the lighting models so that things that are bright have certain colors on them. And they have a lot of really cool ideas, and I and the other people on the programming team work on trying to get the technology put in place so that we can make those ideas happen.
What we were able to do was put together our own lighting algorithm in the vector units and then do the same thing for the cell borders that we put around all our characters. We could get it to all run super fast and have it all look different than other games. That was really our goal from the start, was to have a game which looked different.
It's been an interesting process building a team to build a game like this.
It's been great working with such a dedicated group of people. I've never really ever worked with a group I think as hardcore as this.
It really does require unbelievably talented artists, unbelievably talented programmers, and unbelievably talented designers.
How you doing?
The designers, I think, have done a wonderful job of giving players the experience of sneaking and being a thief, and at the same time making the designs accessible to people so that you don't need to be a super gamer in order to play it, although there are tons of things that are in the game for those people.
We're making a game that anyone can play.
You can't just have great art, you can't just have great code, you can't just have great characters, you gotta have it all.
It's not about just how the game looks, it's about how the game plays and how the player experiences it, and it's all about having fun.
You can make a really cool character, but if he's not fun to play, it's not worth doing.
Sly is cool, he's collected, he's adventurous.
Sly is Sly. It is not a misnomer.
Well, what do you think? What do you think about developers' comments when it comes to this game? I agree with many of their points. They really brought out the game and its art style and many other things. Now it's time to show you all the commercials and commercial bloopers. And I'll be back soon enough once again to share with you a funny story. See y'all soon.
What was that all about?
Sly Cooper, he's one cunning, devious Thievius Raccoonus. Rated E for everyone.
Oh, this is bad.
Sly Cooper, he's one cunning, devious Thievius Raccoonus. Rated E for everyone.
Point out a couple of pictures and then go home. Anybody you recognize here? Nah. Huh? I don't hang out with animals, man. I don't.
Which one is he? Does this ring a bell? Which one? You're sitting here lying to me, wasting my time. You're a liar, and I know you're a liar. Ask me here. Is it this one? How about that one, huh?
Sly Cooper, he's one cunning, devious Thievius Raccoonus. Rated E for everyone.
Welcome to the commercial outtakes for Sly Cooper. He's one cunning, devious Thievius Raccoonus. He's also one pretty bad actor. Okay, camera's rolling and action.
What was that all about?
Okay, no. Can we get him to stop licking? Or where's he going? Where's he going? Alright, can he look at the camera? Not at you? Alright, what is he reaching for? The star? What is that? Alright, he's chewing an egg or a... Is he gonna hurt her? Come back here. Does he have fleas? Oh, that's crazy. I'll move the stick. Okay, he's not supposed to eat the peanuts. Could someone get another raccoon in?
Oh, this is bad.
Okay, smoke. Okay, less smoke. Alright, smoke. Alright, who's doing the smoke? We've got way too much smoke. Oops. Okay, very... Hello, Bandit. Okay, this is good, good, good. Wait. Wait, Bandit? Bandit, where are you going? Bandit!
Hey, I know that cat.
Which cat? Which cat? Where? Show
That
me.
cat.
Point him out.
That cat right
Where?
there.
What
Right
cat?
there.
Where?
Ha!
Where's the cat? Show me the cat.
Where's the cat?
I don't see no damn cat. Show me the cat.
Yeah. Hey, I know that snake.
You know what this is? We
No.
call this a rap sheet, pal. And it doesn't say anything good about you. You got... There's a lot of cops that would like to go home right...
Oh, buddy. Yeah, I have to put him. I know that dude. He's a snake. That dude's a dog.
Tell me something here. You're gonna
I
give me
don't know-
something.
I don't know any
No,
of these
you're gonna tell me
animals,
something
man.
tonight.
I don't hang out with animals, man. I don't associate with
Did I say they were animals?
Okay, fun story time now. You may or may not notice, but the quality of the video did take a dive during the commercial bloopers. The reason is this. When I was recording the video originally, recording all the commercial and commercial bloopers, I had a bit of a hard time no, that's not it. What I'm trying to say is part of the commercial blooper actually cut out, and I don't know what happened. I don't know why that occurred, but it occurred during the point when they're trying to cue in the smoke and such, and the game just automatically cuts out the rest of that, and yeah. So to get around this, I had to download my old video from my original Let's Play of the game that I have archived on my main channel, and I had to use that. I had to use that video, or at least the part that contained the commercial bloopers, in order to get the commercial bloopers to play through the way they were meant to play through. So that's why the quality of the bloopers don't look the way they should. And that's the end of the story, and that's the end of this video, even though we've been over that for well over a minute. But, yeah, I'm done. This is General Snivy with Let's Replay Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and this Let's Play, please remember to leave a like. Next time, my next Let's Play, and I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Whatever I choose to do, it's going to be awesome, and it should be uploaded sometime next week. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. See you all later.